are celebrating all things beauty with our special spring edition of our beauty bar. And you can see that we have our own special Tamron Hall show beauty bar right here in the studio, where some people from Blushington are giving our audience some pampering because we all know we want to look good and feel good. Our next guest believes that both feeling good and looking good starts, of course, from the inside out. And after years of having a bad relationship with food, Nicole Berrie hit a turning point that started her on a journey to, as she put it, repair. She discovered intuitive eating and combined that with a plant-based lifestyle that not only helped her feel and look better, it led her to realizing she wasn't the only one looking for answers. She then launched her now very successful wellness website, Bonberi, and her plant-based food market, Bonberi Mart. In 2022, she came out with an inspirational lifestyle guide and cookbook called Body Harmony, aimed at helping all of us understand our relationship with food and eating nourishing, clean, plant-based foods, and that, let's face it, tastes good too. Please welcome to the Tam Fam, Nicole Berrie, to our show. Oh, my dear. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we launch into what you want us to really consider adding to our diets, 2023, you've just taken off. 2013, I should say. Things have just taken off from you, but this was born from your personal journey in life and that of your family.
Absolutely. So I always had a challenging relationship with food. I think growing up in our teens and 20s, particularly women, we always are searching for the right way to nourish ourselves, and we get different answers from all different places.
Right.
And I finally wanted to find a place of balance where I'm not compulsively eating and then have a really restrictive period of time of my life and going back and forth and back and forth. So finally, I found the answer through intuitive eating. And what that means is really quieting the outside noise from the diet books and everyone else talking and really tapping into yourself. That can happen through breath work, through meditation, and just being present with the cravings that we have. So I believe that we have to honor our cravings. Sometimes, a lot of the times we hear that cravings are bad, but actually I find that it's a signal for our body of what we need, be it physical or be it emotional. And the more we tap into those cravings, the louder our intuition gets. And I think that our superpower as women and as men is our intuition, and we want to honor that.
And that's what you mean by body harmony.
Absolutely. It's about balancing the cravings between our body and our soul. So when we combine the two, we can really just have freedom around food. Body Harmony is a manual towards food freedom, and that's through intuitive eating and eating really wholesome, nutritious, nutrient-dense foods.
And you've worked in the magazine world for many, many years. I could go through the list of greats that have been associated with you. And this, though, as I said, is a personal journey because, as you said, you had a bad relationship with food.
Yeah. I think that we use food as any sort of compulsion. It could be alcohol, it could be drugs, it could be shopping, but food is easy, it's accessible, right? So we use it to anesthetize sometimes our pain or our true cravings. So when we start to tap in and honor our cravings, we allow us to kind of take a deep breath and say, you know what, it's okay. I can have what I am craving, the joyful, indulgent, fun foods, but I also can have nutrient-dense food, so we can combine the two. And then it's
So you're not cutting out the fun, because as you were talking, all my gummy bear dreams just went away. So you want us to balance it and have harmony.
It's all about balance.
One of the things that you include is seaweed.
Yes. So my mother's Korean. I grew up having seaweed every day, morning, noon, and night. Seaweed is a superfood. It's nutrient dense. It is packed with minerals, vitamins. It contains amino acids, which is great for the skin. So I believe that beauty comes from inside and out. And of course, we can have all those gorgeous makeup and treatments, but really we want to give it a good foundation, a hydrated foundation.
Now, most times I have seaweed. I have it in sushi. I eat sushi a lot.
Yeah.
But you have a roll that you want to suggest that we try.
Yeah, so we really typically think about sushi, right, when we have seaweed. I like to incorporate it in all different ways. Spirulina actually is a seaweed, and you can add it into smoothies in the morning.
A lot of people do that now,
Yeah, and for lunch, I make this Nori salad wrap. It's similar to sushi, but it's basically, you know, when you have to have a salad and you don't want to have the salad, you don't want to eat through the bowl, you just wrap these up and you toss them in.
Like a grab and go for you, but a healthy
quickly.
one. Okay, so what's in it?
So basically, you're going to have your Nori sheet. This is a toasted Nori sheet. You can find it at any health food store or grocery store, and you want to pack it with raw vegetables. Raw vegetables are packed with, and you can totally
just dive in on my own here. Okay.
I like to use cucumber because
I
it's
like
super
the
hydrating.
toasted though because it adds a little crunch. I have to be
Yeah,
honest.
absolutely.
That's appealing for me.
It's all about mixing different colored vegetables, fiber-rich. You want to keep them raw because they contain digestive enzymes, and we all know that a happy gut means happy skin.
Right.
Everything is connected.
Okay.
Avocado is great for those good, healthy fats, and we want to make it flavorful, like
Yes,
you
we
said,
do.
right? So we don't want to just a raw salad. So I have here, it's a recipe in my book. It's called beet gochujang, and I'll just
Ooh.
pour some in. It's really
Please.
gorgeous.
And what's in it?
So it's based on a Korean spread called gochujang, which is a sweet, savory, spicy sauce. But a lot of the times they use corn syrup and cornstarch and also food coloring to make it bright. So we used beet instead, which is really great.
Which I love. It's one of those controversial vegetables, I have to say. But I love beets.
Yeah,
I really do.
and especially when you blend it with all the different flavors. Yes, it's really powerful.
Okay,
so,
good.
yeah.
I was
And
a
then
little
I wrap
skeptical
it
there
in.
for a minute, but you got me already.
You can also add these microgreens. Microgreens
Yeah.
are also super
Very popular right
nutrient-dense.
now.
Yep,
I
and
can
you
already
just
tell
roll
I'm
it
going to
up.
like this because I love the beet sausage you made. And that recipe, by the way, is in your book. And if you're looking for it, also
Absolutely.
scan the QR code on the bottom of your screen for the full. Okay, mine looks a little sad, but I'm going to eat it
I mean,
anyway.
it's a messy dish. I'm not gonna lie. So good.
There's nothing not to like. It's crunchy, it's salty, it's
Salty,
got sweet,
savory. The
There's
idea
nothing not to like
is
here.
hitting all of those points that you mentioned. Spicy, sweet, salty, crunchy. And when you have a meal that's hitting all those points, it's super satisfying and
It
you
really is.
you crave it every day. At least I have these at least a few times.
Okay, you have a Caesar salad here. Walk me through. I don't know if we'll be able to make it without. I want to be able to hear you because I'm very intrigued by your philosophy on food. But this is your Caesar salad.
So yes, everyone loves Caesar salad. It's a classic. I grew up going
You
to
see, I'm still holding onto my wrap. But it's delicious.
You want to leave it here?
No, I don't want to
Okay,
leave it. Go
great,
on.
Okay. So classic Caesar salads are amazing, and a lot of the time, anchovy is the key ingredient. Now, we don't use anchovy here because all the recipes are actually plant-based and vegan. Dulse seaweed is an algae form of seaweed, and it's super pungent and actually mimics. It's a perfect dupe for
Is it
anchovy.
easy to find?
So you can find it online, or you can find it at health
All right, I'm
food
going to put
stores.
my wrap
Yeah.
down, but don't touch it because
If
I'm
you
going to eat it.
can find
Here.
dulse, you can use. You can.
And you touch my, look, like I'm going to touch your sandwich. Here we go. Okay.
You
I'm
can
gonna
include
taste
this nori too
Okay.
if you can't find it. I wouldn't taste it exactly because it
okay.
kinda tastes, I'm not gonna. It's very oceany, but when you blend
saved
it,
me, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Oceany is like a euphemism.
I get it, okay.
But basically, we're gonna put this all into this food processor,
Okay.
and when you combine the dulse, which is really rich in B12 and minerals. Really great
So you're
fiber
just making
source.
the dressing from scratch. You're using your regular romaine lettuce or whatever
Yes,
greens
romaine.
you like.
We always want to keep it in the fridge, keep it ice cold for a classic Caesar. So it's going to be the dulse seaweed, plenty of olive oil, great, good fats for the skin. We combine it, instead of Worcestershire sauce, which is in your classic Caesar, we're going to use tamari, which is a gluten-free tamari. It's a gluten-free soy sauce.
This is very good.
Oh, good, great.
It has like an anchovy-esque.
That's right. The dulse is a perfect dupe, dead ringer, yet it's also mineral rich. So you're really having a superfood salad. Garlic is a great anti-inflammatory, and lemon is also great for hydration
It has
as
a
well.
spicy kick to it as well. What's the spice in it?
I think it's the garlic. The garlic kind of gives you like a little heat.
very
And then you
nice.
just blend it up, and you can keep this in the fridge for a few days. And then I like to add it to, actually, kids love this. A lot of our followers on social media show the little boys and girls like obsessed with the Caesar salad
a
because
very
of
good
the
salad.
saltiness.
It's
Yeah, and
salty.
then we're just gonna blend it up.
Well, by the way, again, the recipe is on our website. This is absolutely delicious. You saw I moved back over here to my little sandwich, my little wrap, I should say.
So
Thank you. Oh,
if
what?
you smell it, it's really garlicky.
Oh, it is. It
and
smells
just like
beautiful,
the
though.
perfect dupe for a Caesar salad. It's
That
my
is
favorite
very
thing.
good. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Thank you for
Congratulations on
having
everything.
me.
Thank you to Nicole Berrie.
Thank you.
As we mentioned, Nicole's book is not just full of great recipes, it also has advice and inspiration. And guess what, Tam Fam? You're going to be enjoying this wrap as well because you're getting a copy